Hello everyone, welcome back to another event boss. This is of course the Valenti one this time. So this time my friend, I'm of course using my same friend because he's got decent characters. He is running this team. He's gone for two red characters of course, the optimal one like he normally runs, and then Bard in the back for support. When it comes to this Valenti, there's nothing really special about her. First phase is this like weird bot Valenti, and then second phase is Mark II Valenti. So I'm pretty sure she has an AoE. Yeah, she has an AoE block skill effect, and this is just some of Valenti moves mixed with normal green Valenti. It's not too bad. It'll probably be pretty easy. We should be able to nuke it down. Because it does lower your PS quite a bit, that means some of your attacking skills won't be doing too much. So that's the reason I have Arthur to increase damage dealt, and I've also got Reinhard because he's a HP based character. Of course, you don't have Reinhard, just whack on Purgatory Barn or something with HP based damage. Because they seem to ignore PS rate laws when it comes to stuff like that. Gore's also got Barn on the back to help with increasing crit chance, crit damage, lowering the Valenti's attack, and the Ultimate one can't be lowered to a degree, so we've also got him on the team as well. Of course, because Reinhardt is based off of HP, I would normally go for HP cards, but I'm actually going to go for attack cards, just to help Escanor, because Escanor will also be a very main DPS, because he's Escanor. Anyway, let's get into it. My friend's got 288, I'm rocking 317. Let's go. Of course, do bear in mind, like, you might not have the best of AIs to, do this boss with, so... But of course, you might be able to find a decent player to help you. I have done this boss solo before, with a Barn team, with Reinhard, but of course most people probably don't have Reinhard, but I'm using him, just as I was saying, you can use anyone. You can use even a good DPS. I don't think there's any restrictions on this boss when it comes to passive-wise. Every debuff applied to the hero. Well, I don't have any debuff cards, so that's good. Because we do have damage increase with Reinhard, so I'm probably going to go with this and then this, just to waste it. As you can see, people are struggling to crit, which is fine. She did crit in the end. Freya's probably very good, because he doesn't actually need to crit to deal a lot of damage. I take that back, he's probably not the best now. Reinhard, once again, very big damage. Escanor's also not too bad, but the fact that his pierce rate is lowered is a little... It's quite bad for him. I do have her attacking Arthur as well, so she just lose ult gauge. I'm pretty sure that's a Rupture card, so if you do get buffs, that will do a lot. That's the reason I decided not to use Kizuna. If not, I'd probably be using Kizuna. No, it's Detonate, okay. Pretty sure one of them had a broken AoE card, that was Rupture. So I'm going to do this, just rush Reinhardt's ult, just because the next phase I can just one-shot it. Saves us having to go through pain of actually taking damage to it, but you can just one-shot it. That's the reason HP-based characters are very good. If you're using Barn, just save up Barn cards, and then you can just Shadow Realm it next on the second phase. The second phase is the more irritating one. It's the one that has like the AoE disable. Here we go. I'm just gonna do this, this, and this. Of course, my Reinhardt is 6/6. If you've been playing the game for quite a while, your Barn's probably quite high level. So use Barn. If your Barn's still a low ult level, just make sure he's got a good set on. You should be fine. Now it's Reinhardt's time to shine. He should wipe here. Or Nox, he didn't crit, of course. Okay, we seem to be missing. Only those two people on my team have that debuff. Oh, I think that means they've been taunted. Really? Oh, Reinhardt's got evasion though, so it doesn't matter. That's the only good thing about Reinhardt, he's got immunity and evasion. Does he still have this debuff? He still has this debuff. I don't understand how we've obtained said debuff. Applies fear to when they hit. Oh, so I was just really unlucky and it hit those two characters, of course. I'm just gonna do this. Can't deal any damage. Hopefully my friend's AI should be able to kill it. That's the reason you normally try and go for a one-turn wipe, but of course that stuff can happen, where you just can't kill it because of stuff like this. That's the reason Kisner wouldn't be too bad, actually, but as expected. That's fine, as long as... I'm pretty sure she does the AoE every turn. Okay, so that's the increased HP related stats. That's the... yeah, so she does disable every turn. So that is a little bit irritating. Oh, that's weak point. Or some stupid debuff one-shot card. What is that card again? Yeah. Oh, he doesn't hit a taunt character. So maybe Queen Diane wouldn't be too bad as well. He does have 5-6 Freya. Of course, they are disabled, so we're not going to have the Abyss effect. I've got the worst stat currently for Reinhardt, but I'm just going to have the full DPS anyway. Freya's ult itself should do quite a bit of damage, but of course there wouldn't be any death damage, so that's slightly unfortunate. Yeah, 300k is still decent damage, to be fair. Freya should also hit very hard as well, because she is Wave, and the Abyss just won't do damage instead. Yeah, 600k. Escanor won't have death damage, so probably won't do the most. Yeah, and then, of course, Reinhardt can finish the job. That is a slight problem with this boss. Of course, taunt characters are useful, so we do have a few free ones. We've got Red Matrona, who's a very good taunt character. How did he crit then and not crit the first phase, or the first time, even though he had 25% more stats? Anyway, Queen Diane's a good taunt character to use. She can also dish back quite a bit of damage. So, of course, if you want to, switch out Arthur for Queen Diane, which you could, or Red Matrona, of course. Red Matrona is very good, especially with the ability to heal as well. She takes a lot of damage. And if you wanted to as well, you could replace Reinhardt with Kisner for the cleanse. But then, of course, you will miss out on quite a bit of DPS because of the first phase's lowering Pierce. Of course, Escanor can't have his Pierce lowered completely, but it can be lowered to a degree, which means his damage will not be as high as it normally is. So that means maybe Barn won't be providing much support in comparison. But anyway, that's it. And I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.